everybody, here we are today by popular demand. We're at Renforth Wharf. In behind me you can see the ice fishing village where they're trying to catch smelt. Further out, they're out there fishing for hake. This place is really popular with ice fishing, and in the summertime these ice shacks will be replaced by boats. So people are here, they got their sailboats and their speedboats. Between the ice fishermen and the boaters, they probably dropped a lot of things into this water. So we're going to show you around a little bit and show off this park. Here's a memorial to James Renforth, who's from Gateshead, England, who died here on the Camarcases River during the Great Boat Race, August 23rd, 1871. Here we go, walking down the wharf. Over here, that's the Renforth Boat Club. So you can see people, they have their ships there. They're just waiting for the summertime. When water opens up, they'll come down here and they'll launch their boats. And here's the ice fishing village. They got their porta-johns set up. So in the summertime, kids like to come here. This is a really popular place for them to go swimming. So they're always jumping in, and I've heard some people say that some people have lost cell phones and stuff here. Another interesting thing people do, they plow off a spot here for the kids to go skating. So it's their own little skating rink. So as we're scuba diving, we're going to try to follow along these, the wharf, along the wall here. Because I'm sure, as you can see today, there's a lot of people park around here. So people come down here, they drop things into the water, they throw things into the water. A lot of times they're docking their boats right along here. And I don't know, maybe they throw stuff in, maybe they're dropping things. So the water here is brackish, so it's part fresh, part salt water. It also has at least a 3-foot tide here. So when the guys are fishing here, they're fishing for even saltwater species. Further out in the hake fishing grounds, I've seen pictures of people who have actually caught like small sharks. So you never know what you can catch out here, and you never know what you'll find in these waters. This right here is a little smelt. So that's the kind of fish that those people out here are fishing for. Now we just have to wait for the ice to melt and we can get into the water. So I think we're ready now. It looks like the ice is melted and the sailboats are in. It's about 30 degrees, so I won't need this jacket anymore. And now we're gonna go out, try to scuba dive down along the wharf here. I was here about a week ago putting my sailboat in, and I know that I lost some stainless steel pieces, and I'm sure that other sailboats, they're losing about the same. Another thing that I learned, I was talking to some ice fishermen, and a lot of them have lost their cell phones. So I know at least 3 guys who lost it, and they all lost it the same way. And what they did was, while they were fishing, they'd be sitting like this with their phone on their lap, and then they go to reach for something, stand up, and they go right in the hole. So I know there's cell phones in here, and that's what we're hoping to find today. Okay, let's go. So I know I'm in the right area because I'm starting to find the cans that they use for bait, as well as I'm finding that ice fishing pole. So between this boat to the boat over here is roughly where that ice fishing village is. So finding lots of stuff. No phones yet though. I was down there, found that rope and that stick stuck to it, and then something bumped me right in the legs. I don't know what it was because it was so murky, so I just came up slow, but something just had an exploratory bump right on the leg, right by the flipper. So I think it's that pattern on the bottom of my wetsuit. It kind of looks like a striped bass or something. So I don't know, it must have thought it was a fish, came in and knocked into it. No idea what it was. Yeah, I got bumped by something big right in the leg. So I'm almost out of air on my first tank, and I got a bunch of garbage. So I'm gonna go dump this and then switch tanks. What was really cool, found the old fishing pole. Simon found these old bottles that were buried down in the mud. It says like Valentine's, Ferdinand's, Trinidad, this old 7-Up bottle, which is really cool. So what's really neat is when I was down about 17 feet, I was picking up that stick with rope tied around it, and I got bumped, like something grabbed me here. I thought it was my friend Simon came down and grabbed me, but no, I turned around, there was nothing there. The visibility was near zero. I don't know if I caught it on the camera or not, but not sure what it was. That's 2 times now I've been bumped by fish while in the river. The other time was up in the Miramichi River when I was looking at spawning striped bass, and I think that they thought this pattern was a fish. So I think it was something pretty big, and it was just this exploratory bump. But yeah, it really did shock me.
Coca-Cola Classic.
So I was going through my bag, transferring stuff into the garbage bag, and I didn't even notice, but I found an old Coca-Cola bottle, and there's still Coke in it. It's been down there a long time. Yeah, it's probably still good. It's aged now, you know, it's like the wine. So here's all the glass balls that we found so far with that first dive. Little truck. We know this 7-Up bottle's old because it's only in Imperial. There's no metric on this at all. This one here, it's debatable. It's awesome that there's still Coke in it, but I'm not sure. Whenever Coca-Cola Classic came back out, was it the late 90s, early 90s, or 2000s? Yeah, lots of garbage, lots of cans. Little dog chew toy. Okay, so now I see most of the people who were out here jumping off the end of the wharf, they've stopped. I'm gonna go out there and try to go along the wharf. Hopefully we find some stuff. People like to drop a lot of things there. We did find a lot of bottles when I was out probably 15 feet from the edge, but I'm curious what will drop right at the edge. So I think I found a religious artifact there. If I had to guess, it might be Buddhist or Hindi. It's a little, I think it's a wooden little statue with two faces on it that someone threw into the water. I'm just cleaning out bottles, and I had a little eel living inside it. So I gotta put him back in the river right now. Come on, little buddy. Okay, there we go. There you go. Sorry for dropping you, little buddy. I tried anyway. Another thing I found, this statue, I'm pretty sure it'd be a Hindi statue, or a Hindu statue. At first I thought it might have been Buddhist, but looking at it now, I'd say it's East Indian anyway. Oh wow, man. Look at that old 7-Up bottle. We got some luck with the 7-Up today.
Whatever this is.
So that's a piece of metal. And the bottle's kind of fused to it, and this rock's fused to it. So that's it for trying to find the cell phone. Simon lost his camera, which was on a head strap. It's worth about 200 bucks. So now we're going to try to find that. So now we know that there's a camera between here and halfway over to those boats. So wish us luck. So we just got back out of the water. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find Simon's action camera. This is the first dive that action camera's ever been used, and now it's out here in the Renforth Wharf area. If you ever find it, it'd be great for you to return it to us. I tried my best. I went in there and I used up basically half a scuba tank and wasn't able to find it. Some of the stuff that we did find though, we found tons of bottles, and probably my favorite thing we found was this Coca-Cola bottle with Coke still left in it. And then really old 7-Up. There's no metric on this at all. It's all in Imperial. So we know that it's pretty old, probably earlier than the 1970s, I would assume. This is neat. So Simon found two 7-Up bottles. So you have the front of this one, and this would be the front. And then you have the reverse side of one, and then it's missing the reverse side on the other. So just amazing that they're the same age, same bottle. This is really neat, and one of my favorite things that I found, this old statue. So I'm guessing that it's a religious artifact, and that it might be East Indian, maybe Hindu or Sikh, I'm not sure. So that's very neat. Someone must have just chucked that into the water. Maybe it was an offering. It's hard to say. I found that scooter, and then we found a couple of other glass bottles. And I mean, these are little stubbies. Hard to say how old those actually are. Didn't find any cell phone, unfortunately, and plus we were trying to find Simon's cell phone there right at the end. That was a lot more important. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next one. Also, this video right here is our 2,000 subscriber video. So I want to thank you guys very much for all your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing my content on your social media accounts, and hopefully we can get to another 2,000. Thank you very much. So we're all loaded up. We got some glass here. This thing here is just full of glass bottles in this bag. Garbage. Now we're just going to take it out of here and either recycle it or put it in the garbage. Got my good luck statue. Gonna take that home with me. Maybe put it on the mantle or something.